It's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on Instagram, I be mad. I just be talking shit.
You've been tweeting a lot more recently, bro. Why is that?
Yeah, 'cause I'm in camp.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure.
Mayweather is having issues, but it was not 50 that started it. It was actually Business Insider that really caught wind of it first, because they were trying to figure out what was going on with the business inside of New York. And
Gervonta "Tank" Davis has targeted his former mentor, Floyd Mayweather. Tank has reportedly accused Mayweather of manipulating him and others in the boxing world for personal gain. From pressuring Davis into fights when he was unprepared to alleged financial mismanagement, the accusations paint a disturbing picture of the relationship between the two fighters. As Davis continues to break away from Mayweather's shadow, the public fallout raises questions about the true nature of their mentorship and Mayweather's business practices.
Stuff like, how did he give you his first piece?
He gave me a Rolex. I think a plane. I didn't even know what Rolex was. He bought me a damn Cuban. That probably was like $100 grand.
Right.
He bought me a lot. He bought me a car. He got me in the house. He did a lot. He did a lot before I even was signed to him.
Gervonta Davis began his professional boxing career under the guidance of Floyd Mayweather, who saw potential in the young fighter and aimed to mold him into a world champion. Their collaboration led to Davis securing multiple titles and gaining significant recognition in the boxing world. However, tensions began to surface, culminating in their professional split in 2022. In a revealing interview, Davis recounted how his former mentor, Floyd Mayweather Jr., allegedly placed him in a precarious position early in his career. At just 21 years old, Davis was offered a title fight against the undefeated Jose Pedraza in January 2017. Having been inactive for 7 to 8 months and earning approximately $10,000 per fight, Davis faced financial hardships, including eviction and selling personal belongings. Mayweather reportedly presented Davis with an ultimatum: accept the challenging bout against Pedraza or remain sidelined. Despite these adversities, Davis triumphed, securing a 7th-round knockout and claiming the IBF super featherweight title. Reflecting on the situation, Davis expressed his belief that Mayweather intentionally set him up to fail, stating, "For sure, Floyd did that intentionally." This experience marked a turning point in their relationship, highlighting the complexities of mentorship and ambition in professional boxing.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was real. That's what I was told at the time. So
Davis has shared experiences from his early days with Floyd Mayweather, highlighting instances where Mayweather gifted him luxury items such as a $60,000 car and expensive jewelry even before formalizing their professional relationship. Davis recounted that during the summer prior to signing with Mayweather Promotions, he was already immersed in Mayweather's lavish lifestyle, enjoying rides on boats and receiving high-end gifts. The relationship between Davis and Floyd Mayweather Jr. has deteriorated significantly, marked by public disputes and personal grievances. Davis has openly criticized Mayweather's business practices, labeling him a fraud, and cautioning other fighters against signing with him. He alleges that Mayweather mismanages fighters' careers and prioritizes his own interests over theirs. One notable incident highlighting their discord occurred ahead of Davis's high-profile bout against Ryan Garcia in April 2023. Davis claimed that Mayweather barred him from training at the Mayweather Boxing Club, a facility he had previously used. In a now-deleted tweet, Davis expressed frustration, stating that Mayweather's actions were petty and forced him to seek alternative training arrangements. Personal issues have further strained their relationship. Reports suggest that Mayweather discovered Davis had been communicating with his daughter, Yaya, leading to personal and professional repercussions for Davis. This revelation reportedly contributed to Mayweather's decision to restrict Davis's access to his gym and may have influenced their professional split.
Stuff like, how did he give you his first piece?
He gave me a Rolex. I think a plane. I didn't even know what Rolex was. He bought me a damn Cuban. That probably was like $100 grand.
Right.
He bought me a lot. He bought me a car. He got me in a house. He did a lot. He did a lot before I even was signed to him.
Mayweather Jr. His transformation from an electrifying boxer to the persona of money. Mayweather reflects a strategic shift towards financial gain and self-promotion. Initially celebrated for his dynamic fighting style, Mayweather later adopted a more defensive approach, emphasizing his undefeated record and financial success. This evolution included adopting the nickname Money, highlighting his focus on wealth accumulation. Joe Rogan, a prominent UFC commentator and podcast host, has discussed Mayweather's career trajectory, particularly his financial habits and ongoing participation in exhibition matches. In an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan noted Mayweather's extravagant spending, suggesting that his continued involvement in exhibition bouts is driven by the need to sustain his lavish lifestyle. Rogan remarked, "He spends so much money. If he's planning for the future, you've got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends."
Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter and he had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's crazy.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s business dealings have come under scrutiny due to his association with Jonah Rechnitz, a convicted felon involved in a federal corruption case. Rechnitz, a real estate developer and former associate of New York City Jail's union leader Norman Seabrook, pleaded guilty in 2016 to delivering a bribe to Seabrook. He later became a cooperating witness in federal investigations. Mayweather has credited Rechnitz as a pivotal supporter in his business ventures, including real estate investments. For instance, Mayweather claimed to have executed a $402 million deal to purchase 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. However, property records do not indicate any transfer of ownership, suggesting that Mayweather may have only acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion.
First investment was real estate, commercial real estate, skyscrapers actually. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million. Put up $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. On every 18th, every month, it was paying off.
You like the cash flow?
Yes, for years. So I said, okay, if it's paying off like this then, and I gave him 7 figures, I said I'm not gonna even give him 8 figures. I went and gave him 9 figures. If it's something that I know is paying off, lucrative and heavy, I gotta go with it. Roll the dice, take a chance. You only got one life.
Rumors have emerged suggesting that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is experiencing financial instability, with claims that he has been unable to leave Dubai due to unpaid debts. These allegations were notably amplified by Gervonta Davis, a former protege of Mayweather, who insinuated on social media that Mayweather was stuck in Dubai because of financial obligations he hadn't fulfilled. Boxing agent Rick Glazer appeared to support these claims, suggesting that Mayweather's extended stay in Dubai might be linked to unresolved financial matters. However, it's essential to approach these claims with caution. While insiders have made public statements about Mayweather's alleged financial troubles, concrete evidence supporting the notion that he is being detained or held hostage in Dubai remains scarce. Mayweather has not publicly addressed these specific allegations, and without official confirmation, the true state of his financial situation remains speculative.
I'm speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather is held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them to get online right now. And you owe people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
Further allegations suggest that Mayweather has a history of not paying for luxury items in Dubai, leading to strained relationships with vendors and creditors. This pattern of acquiring goods without settling dues indicates a reckless approach to money management. Living a lifestyle predicated on credit and delayed payments is a precarious path that can lead to financial ruin, regardless of past earnings.
The Tank's come out with a bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. So whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried screwing the wrong people. But let me know what you guys think to this. Do you think that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai? Or do you think this is just Tank Davis stirring up some stuff? Let me know in the comments. As always, a like, a favourite, save a share, all appreciated. Please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Peace out.
Davis claimed that Mayweather forced him into the fight despite being financially strained and recently evicted from his home. He elaborated that he had to sell personal belongings to make ends meet and felt pressured to accept the bout or risk being sidelined. This experience left Davis feeling that Mayweather's actions were driven by personal vendettas rather than professional considerations. The tension between them escalated further when Mayweather allegedly discovered that Davis had been communicating with his daughter, Yaya. This personal matter reportedly led to professional repercussions, with Davis feeling that Mayweather's actions were driven by personal vendettas rather than professional considerations. Reports suggest that Mayweather's discovery of Davis's communication with Yaya led to ultimatums and repercussions for Davis, including being barred from training at Mayweather's gym. Moreover, Davis has suggested that Mayweather's lavish gifts, such as expensive cars and jewelry, were not purely acts of generosity but tools to assert control. These gestures, while seemingly benevolent, may have created a sense of obligation and dependency, complicating their professional relationship. The culmination of these issues led to a public and acrimonious split between the two. Davis has since pursued his career independently, seeking to establish his own identity separate from Mayweather's influence. This situation underscores the complexities that can arise in mentor-protege relationships, especially when personal and professional boundaries become blurred.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the deal.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
This is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal.
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Mayweather Jr., the undefeated boxing champion known for his opulent lifestyle, has reportedly expanded his investment portfolio with a significant real estate acquisition in New York City. In February 2025, Mayweather announced the purchase of 62 multifamily properties in Upper Manhattan, totaling over 1,000 units, for $402 million through his investment firm, Veda Properties. He emphasized that the acquisition was made without external partners, highlighting his sole ownership. This move appears to mark a strategic shift from Mayweather's historically lavish spending to more substantial, long-term investments. The real estate sector, particularly in Manhattan, has long been a lucrative market, and such an acquisition could offer steady returns and diversify Mayweather's financial interests beyond boxing. However, the legitimacy of Mayweather's reported investment has come under scrutiny. Investigations revealed discrepancies between Mayweather's claims and official property records. Property documents do not indicate any transfer of ownership to Mayweather, raising questions about the authenticity of the transaction. Experts suggest that Mayweather may have acquired only a minority stake in the properties, with options for future expansion, rather than full ownership as portrayed. Further complicating the narrative, Mayweather's real estate firm, Veda Properties, has not publicly confirmed the details of the acquisition. This lack of transparency contributes to skepticism surrounding the deal and fuels speculation about Mayweather's actual role and investment in the properties. Financial estimates of Mayweather's wealth vary, reflecting the challenges in assessing the finances of high-profile individuals with diverse income streams. Some sources estimate his net worth to be around $500 million, while others suggest figures closer to $1.2 billion. This disparity underscores the complexities in evaluating Mayweather's financial activities and the potential impact of his investments on his overall wealth. Mayweather's reported interest in affordable housing is noteworthy, given his humble beginnings. He has previously shared experiences of growing up in poverty, which may influence his investment choices. However, without clear documentation and transparency regarding the current real estate deal, it is difficult to assess the true nature and impact of Mayweather's investment in affordable housing.
It says the retired boxer has gone into contract to pay $402 million for a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio of more than 60 buildings. $402 million, Floyd got 60 buildings. The multifamily deal for properties concentrated in Upper Manhattan will be one of the city's biggest this year. A slice of the portfolio closed Wednesday. The remainder is expected to close in the fourth quarter or early 2025. That's dope. Floyd just spent $400 million and got 1,000 units and 60 buildings.
Davis has highlighted Mayweather's reluctance to see any fighter surpass his achievements. This ego-driven mindset not only stifles new talent, but also reflects a deep-seated insecurity. By attempting to keep others beneath him, Mayweather reveals a fragile self-esteem that no amount of wealth can mask. Such an approach is unsustainable and can lead to isolation both personally and professionally.
Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did he really think Pedraza was going to beat you?
He didn't know how good I was and how I would have handled the situation, so he just threw me out there. Type shit.
Why do you think he
He was hurt. He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bent. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You're next in line. Just so you're next in line.
Is there like
the last question, guys?
Is there like a love-hate for Floyd? Like,
yeah,
the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he because I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that, and it just I don't know.
Mayweather's fight with Conor McGregor was touted as a financial windfall, with claims of earning $100 million. However, reports suggest that these figures were grossly exaggerated, casting doubt on his proclaimed billion-dollar fortune. Such inflation of earnings is not just misleading, but also indicative of a need to project an image of unparalleled success, even at the cost of honesty. After retirement, Mayweather returned to the ring not for legacy, but seemingly for money. His fight with Logan Paul is a glaring example. Stephen A. Smith openly criticized this move, pointing out that the bout lacked competitive value. Logan Paul, a YouTuber turned amateur boxer, was not a real challenge for Mayweather. For someone who had once ruled the sport, taking such a fight just screamed cash grab. not greatness. Stephen A. didn't just stop at Logan Paul. In multiple interviews, he expressed discomfort with Mayweather's overall exhibition strategy. While he acknowledged that fighting Conor McGregor made sense due to McGregor's combat sports credentials, he drew a hard line after that. Picking opponents who don't match Floyd's level just to secure an easy payday damages the legacy he worked so hard to build. According to Smith, Mayweather appeared more focused on stacking cash than preserving his place in boxing history. The narrative was clear. Money had overtaken meaning.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
This point became crystal clear during one particularly direct interview. Stephen A. flat out asked Mayweather, "What matters more, your money or your legacy?" It was the kind of question that demanded introspection, yet Mayweather's responses always seemed to circle back to finances. He boasted about how he was smart with business and how much revenue he generated. But to Smith and many others, it came across as an athlete choosing wealth over the respect that legacy brings. Further scrutiny reveals that Mayweather's actual earnings are significantly lower than his claims. For instance, his earnings from certain fights were closer to $60 million, not the $350 million he often boasts about. This pattern of exaggeration raises concerns about the authenticity of his wealth and suggests a facade maintained to uphold his public persona.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd didn't just waste money, he allegedly made money through scams and half-baked promotions. He's taken cash from fans for events or merchandise that never saw the light of day. A TikTok expose highlighted how Mayweather's image is built on shaky ground, built more on hype and illusion than follow-through and integrity. From no-show appearances to promotions that fizzled out without a trace, it seems Mayweather's brand is more about baiting fans than building trust. Then there's the never-ending show of extravagance. Floyd doesn't just buy things. He collects them like trophies and uploads proof of each purchase. From a ridiculous number of cars to rooms full of untouched luxury items, his lifestyle screams excess.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been paid over $1 billion through his career. What are the craziest ways that he spent it? Let's start with the ice. Dude has almost everything diamond crusted, from his plates and silverware to the case for his gold iPhone to his $18 million watch nicknamed the Billionaire. Moving on, apparently Mayweather also loves golf, or probably just golfing around courses. Dude owns a pair of Cadillac and Bentley golf carts, worth over $500,000 together. Then there's his barber, who makes house calls 3 to 4 times a week, each visit costing money a clean $1,000. And it gets even crazier. Apparently, Floyd never uses the same pair of boxers twice, and he'll leave all of his kicks at hotels he stays at as gifts to staff. But the scary thing, none of this comes close to the dude's gambling habit. Floyd reportedly dropped over $6 million on the Heat in Game 7 of the 2013 Finals, and thankfully, LeBron came through for him, and that's just a slice of the money life of Money Mayweather.
What do you think about Gervonta Davis's claims against Floyd Mayweather? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.